Makadi muri Zimbabwe kusangana zvekare pano pachivhitivhiti paTV yenyu patinenge tichikupai nyaya nemaltest updates anenge achiitika munyika yeZimbabwe. Zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka, hazvina kugadzikana, asi tayo takamira nenyaya hombe yatinayo yatotora kuti munhu wese ari pano anzwe nyaya iyoyo, kunyatsonzwisisa kuti zvakamira sei, because zvinhu hazvisisina kumira zvakanaka munyika yeZimbabwe, zvinhu hazvina kugadzikana. Mamiriro azvakaita ndeyekuti tiri kutambira nyaya iri kubva kumauto enyika yeZimbabwe zichinzi chabvondoka. Kuri kunzi kune 15 maGenerals vakatambira mari, vakabvuma bribe 15 matop generals nematop commanders vakatambira mari kuState House musi wa18, vakabva vapiwa nemotikari ipapo naeMasodas Mnangagwa kuti tichange takamiririra kuona kuti ndiani achakurwisai endi tichatsindidza mauto edu majunior ranks mushure mekunge vadhidhaktirwa mari naED. Hanzi tichamatsindidza kuti vasatomboiti kana violence, mukuru muchange muripo kusvika 2030. Ndozvavakanga vachisimbiswa nemauto iwayo. Naizvozvo mhuri yeZimbabwe ndo nyaya dzedzimwe nyaya dziri kuitika munyika yeZimbabwe, asi chinhu chimwe chikuru chatoda kuti tinge tichikuudzai zvekare pano ndechekuti Ziyambi akanga akaronga kuti ndiye achanga akatungamirira delegation iri kuenda kuGeneva kuUN summit inova ine chekuita nemahuman rights. Ikoko iri kufanira kunge ichiitwa musi wa23 February 2026, uko kwasina kuzoenda. Chikonzero chiri kunzi chatadzisa Ziyambi kuenda ikoko inyaya yekuti zviri kunzi ari kufanira kuti aende kuKenya anosangana naJonathan Moyo ikoko, vatraye kumisikidza chitunha chavo chavari kuzama kuda kumutsa ichi. Ndofunga kune vakaenda kuchikoro vanozviziva zvinonzi zvitunha, kuti chitunha chii. Chitunha idocument rinenge rakamboshandiswa neumwe anenge akapfuura nepacho paunenge wave iwewe, chaunozopuhwawo kuti ushandise, kuti tashandisa format saka shandisawo, ndo zvinonzi zvitunha. Saka chitunha chavo vakuenda nacho kuKenya kuti chinomutswa naJonathan Moyo ikoko, kuti maybe pamwe chingaite traction, chingaattractiwo vanhu vakati aiwa takuda kuti Idi aende. But chandiri kuziva ndechekuti ruzhinji rweZimbabwe rese riri kuramba nyaya ye2030, hapana munhu ari kuida, because vari kutoona situation irimo munyika kuti izvozvi situation yakamira yakadai so ko 2030 chii chinenge chakuitika, right? Koita imwe nyaya mhuri yeZimbabwe, isati takaregerere Idi achienda 2030 ka, hatinganongedzerwe shiri kubhururuka kana Idi kuti ona shiri iyo kaiyo ine nyama yakanaka iyo yetura kuibata imusati maibata. Saka mhuri yeZimbabwe isusu tiri kungouya kukupai nyaya kuti muzive zvinhu zviri kuitika munyika, kuti muzive zvinhu zviri kuitika, kuti zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka. That's why tauya kuti tikuonesei nyaya dziripo. Saka tinokutendai nekuteerera kwenyu kukuru kwamunoita pano pachivhitivhiti. Tichakusiyai makateerera kumakomrades edu vachitaura pano.
Discussion that can also give them, feedback so that when they are listening, to this kind of thing, they will also hear my views about some of the things or about this amendment bill in general, because we are an important constituency as the diaspora. So as well as the other groups that they have, we might as well give them the feedback that will be coming from the constituency diaspora. Dr. Moses, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? Pamwe Pacho, how are you?
No, I'm good. Were you satisfied with the responses that you got?
No, I think maybe he didn't kind of get my questions.
Yeah, because the last one, because when I tried to aid you as well, I couldn't. It kept on, saying, there's an error. So unfortunately, I couldn't, I get you to come and finish off the questions, that you wanted to pose to him.
Yes. So in respect of my first question, I was not challenging his democratic right to defend the constitution. It's a good cause. It's a noble cause. It's something that is good. I was just asking the question, Yekuti, given that there was already an existing platform being led by BT, was it difficult to work together under that platform instead of having another platform? I was just talking from the point of view of having to work, you know, with a broad, for example, organ. Of course, you can have different organizations work together, but I just wanted to understand from his point of view whether it was difficult to just join that existing platform and fight from within that platform. Then my second question had to do with because you mentioned that I'm the leader of the CCC, which is not aligned with Chabangu. And now there's a lot of confusion around CCC. We know that there was a time Professor Ngove claimed that he's the leader of a CC, the CC that is not aligned with Chabangu and all that. So my question was really that, I mean, do we really have a genuine, you know, CCC or opposition that is still in parliament? And I was asking him whether that CCC that is leading has the blessing of Advocate Chamisa, you know, because again I was speaking from the point of view that there's need to put hands on the deck. And are there no divisions within the opposition that make it very difficult for them to work together? For example, if that CCC does not have the blessing of Advocate Chamisa, I don't think Advocate Chamisa will join and work with them when they are, you know, when they belong to a CCC that is not credible in his eyes. I think there's someone who asked, I think it was Titus who asked the question of, you know, whether there are chances of uniting across the board, especially within these different opposition and all that. So that's where I was coming from.
Right. Well, from what I know and
Mm,
from what I remember,
mm.
Ningi, for him to take over that leadership, he had the blessing of Advocate Nelson Chamisa during that
Okay.
time. This is why,
Yes, I
you
remember.
remember. This is why, if you recall, there was even a time when Promise said he had taken over, the leadership, until they then had a press conference, that they did to just, straighten, the, things up. So that made and the messaging was to say that Timber, according to their whatever whatever, was then seconded to be in charge, taking over from Newacha Misa. So that is what I was made to understand. So if that was the situation, could there's a group that then went Kunawa Timber. I even remember Agents Gumbo was speaking to that is well, and even Honorable Fortune was also speaking to that effect. So in terms of him and Vachamisa, I want to believe Kuti back then when this happened, they had the blessing of Advocate Nelson Jamisa. But when it comes to the position that we got to know that time when it was said, oh, there's nothing to defend. So I'm no longer sure now. Kutizwa ningipamira say, but anyway, I have put forward that question ningikwawari. Let me find out kutizwa ningimanupindura kuti, but I'll put forward that question kwawari.
Yeah, thanks. Maybe as I close, yes, because for me, I don't think the blessing is still there as we speak, and it makes it very difficult, for people to trust each other and we work with each other, in this on this. But maybe close with the contribution. I think that was Magneto who said, it's the question a referendum. We shouldn't go to the referendum. I think it's a problem there because the constitution requires to go to a referendum when making amendments to certain sections of the constitution. So you can't say we should not go to a referendum if the constitution stipulates that. So there's no basis for that. What I think those at least those two referendums are important because they know they will not even pass. Because if you look at the history of Zimbabwe, we have had two constitutional referendums. In 2000, the ZANU-PF lost it because the opposition campaigned against it. It was only in 2013 that it was passed because the opposition and civil society campaigned for years. So this time, if they are to go to these two referendums, it's very difficult for them to pass because, of course, the opposition will campaign, and there are elements within ZANU-PF that are not happy with the agenda, who are also going to say no, which will make rigging a very difficult exercise. And you need to rig both of these referendums. The first one to say, yes, let's extend the term of office. You have to rig it. And the second one to say the incumbent should benefit, you have to rig it. So they know that rigging the referendum is something that is going to be very difficult. So we need at least two referendums, and we have no room to say we shouldn't go to a referendum. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. Thanks, Angoja.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. Ryuji